Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. This week it's been a crazy week. I got a basketball game to shoot today, and then I got Cat Williams to protect tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Cat out.
Yeah. So so tonight I am Cat Williams' bodyguard, and on Sunday, I don't know if you remember Steve-O from Donkey.
That's your way of I get it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's like get crazy here on the show.
I don't want our viewers to be like, yo, they're cussing now.
Yeah, facts.
No, we're just stating stuff.
We don't need that.
I'm going to be his bodyguard on Sunday.
So who's on Sunday?
Steve-O.
Steve-O on Sunday tonight. Cat Williams.
Filming for Full 94, so we can have like some AAU coverage. So people be like, "Oh, y'all do AAU?" Like, yeah, we've been doing AAU.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Act like you know. Act like you know what's up out here in these streets,
man. Speaking of, hey guys, thank you for joining us today, man. It's the Red Table Talk edition.
You know it. Full 94 podcast, full in effect. Let me correct myself. We just have some talk today. I think the big thing that what we're trying to figure out is basketball in itself, what it looks like in life, what it looks like in family, what it looks like for the athlete. Right. Recent interviews came out. We'll talk about it. We'll get more into it. Can't wait for it. Shoot, man, I'm just excited for where the game is going. I feel like I got a couple hot takes. You got some conversations you want to have. That's what we're gonna do today. I think it is good where it's at. Nope, it's good where it's at, and it can do nothing but get better from here. You know what I mean? So that's what I am thoroughly excited about. What about yourself?
We'll get into it more. This is the Full 94.
We out here.
Hey, if you like that intro.
Oh, the intro tough as always, man. You were here with us, Full 94 podcast here on MTMV Sports. I am Miles Austin. That's the boy Connie Westside. Connie, what's popping, man? How you feeling?
Man, I am chilling, man. We up in here in Florida. I feel like I'm in New York because my Knicks won. Wait, my Knicks won here in Florida. Yay!
Whatever.
What did do, baby?
Whatever.
What did do, baby?
Who they play? Is the question.
They played the Heat.
They played
the number one team in the East.
Oh, that's not bad. I mean, you don't win in a 7-game series, but I mean,
take your W's. We won't.
You take your W's. I appreciate that.
We'll get a lucky.
I appreciate that.
We get a lucky.
I like what you're doing and how you're doing it, brother. I'm not even mad at you. I'm not even mad at you, man. So look, today is going to be one of those good things. We didn't come in with specific topics or anything hot stories going on around the NBA. Now we will be able to talk about that and have those conversations today. However, I want to take a different approach today in terms of the life of basketball, like what it really looks like for the athlete. We'll probably end up talking about best players in the NBA, teams, who's looking good, who's not looking good. But the aspect of the athlete as a whole is what we'll have a conversation about today. So I'm excited about where we can go with it, and
week 19
can be
first off, guys.
We
week
talked
19.
About. Say it again.
It's week 19.
Week 19, 19 weeks in a row, man. Look, I am excited. This is the year. You guys know the team here at MTMV Sports know my mindset, what it is for 2022. And the word for the year is consistency. It's consistency. 19 weeks in a row, man. That is absolutely amazing. I'm excited about it. And we got more coming. We're trying to get to 100 and beyond. You know what I mean? So You guys keep coming. You guys keep supporting us. We love y'all. We can't do this without you. And without you, we just on here talking to each other. We can do this offline. You know what I mean? So we appreciate y'all for coming through, supporting us, particularly here at the 494, as well as MTMV Sports. We're awesome, man. But we're gonna have some good conversation today. Connie, how you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling great, man. Like I said, my Knicks won last night. I do want to make a quick announcement. Hey guys, if you like the show, make sure you please. If you say you like the show, you want to support it, I got the cash out right down there. Make sure you cash out MTMV Sports. Please support
squad. Support squad.
And like, if you want to send, it'll be specific. Make sure you just put hashtag in your sendings, hashtag 494, so Rick knows who bringing in the bacon.
Check out the comment from Crispy though. The Knicks background is offensive after what they did to my boy Jeremy Lin. Hashtag Lin sanity. Hashtag Lin sanity.
Real talk. I think Jeremy Lin was dealt a tough hand, bro.
Definitely was.
He was dealt a tough hand, bro. He they should have gave that man more respect, gave that man more time. The fact of the matter is Jeremy Lin was a bucket, and they let this man develop. Everybody wanted to go into the next big thing and all this other stuff. And it's you know what's crazy, and I need to address this as part of our Red Talk table. I think the state of the NBA a little bit biased. A little bit biased.
Biased. Talk to me.
The bias is you can only be a giant and you can only be black to play this game.
Really?
That's the bias. Now keep in mind, you see now Jeremy Lin is great. Look, this dude went from being and keep in mind, I don't know what these scouts see. And a lot of these scouts, shout out to Florida State and next door, they blasted their dog on music. But I don't know what these scouts see. I really don't. I don't know what they think, this is as far as like talent, but Jeremy Lin was a bucket. Not only a bucket, he was a consistent player. He would have been a top tier player. He would have been one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
If they would have let this man play. Same like your boy IT. Yeah. IT should have been better than what he is now. Even though IT still he will drop 60 in the doggone in the NBA. He'll drop 60 in the he'll drop 90.
Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas. He'll drop 95 in the G League, and he'll go drop a hundo piece in the Drew League. But
if we weren't a defensive liability team, I think we would have kept him on the Lakers. But we needed defense. He's an automatic bucket for sure.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, we need to look at how the game evolved. Now y'all made the game so it like who was that? Muggsy. You remember Muggsy?
Muggsy, yeah.
Okay, so Muggsy was Defensive Player of the Year 2 years in a row, and he was 5'6".
5'6", yeah, I think
5'6.5", playing with amongst giants. You're telling me he's one of the greatest defenders of all time, bro? Muggsy played defense really well. It's all about this game because everybody, the game has changed so much. Everybody's at the arc. You got big man. Oh, I want to shoot a three real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got guys playing. You got guys playing our position a lot. It's not the same. Now I want to say it's the best, but it's not the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Got Crispy Child too. Is Lin not getting? and Lynn not getting even a phone call after going through the G League was straight up disrespectful. I mean, I don't disagree with you. I definitely think there's some politics to the NBA on top of when you talk about getting to management things. The NBA is, however, a players' league. Like it is ran
a players' league
until you get to like the top echelon type of stuff that you're trying to do in terms of the NBA. The players run that league. LeBron, the KDs, the Stephs. These make the James Harden. Look at James Harden. I mean, he's asked out of 2 different teams already. He's on his 3rd team. You know what I mean? So these type of things, it's like, a players' league, but definitely the politics are there.
It hasn't been be 5 years, bro.
Yeah, it's a players' league, but it's the politics are there for sure. I don't disagree with you at all, for sure.
And I wanted to talk about the politics. So Michael Beasley came on to the Pivot about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
and he had me in tears, man, because I did not know how far a person will go in this arena and how broken they can be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, give or take, like if you're a believer, you know that we got broken people everywhere.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? We know that, you know, God is for the heavy laden, you know what I'm saying, for the weak. Like he's here to heal those people. But when you got people that just don't know, you know what I'm saying, and they looking elsewhere for help, that's the sign of a lost person. And I was you know what I'm saying, I'm hearing his story, bro. Like the dude literally was asking for help and nobody was calling. You know what I'm saying? No one was calling, no one was coming through, no one showing no love, man. You know what I'm saying? What Crispy said.
We said, which makes, you're talking about the Jeremy Lin, which makes no sense because China got 1 billion customers. How folks not like money? That's a big fact. That's a big fact. No, I mean,
Crispy, he bad today.
Yeah, I think the interview with Beasley was definitely. I wouldn't say too much for me because it was eye opening because of what I watched, the interviews and how people talk about the other side of basketball, not the famous part, but dealing with family and being the guy with money or the millionaire in the family, and not having someone to go home to. Not having someone who loves you for you. I think it's the life of a celebrity, right? Like if you don't have a good circle around you, good people around you, when you're trying to get big, once you get big, it's hard to decipher who's for you and who's not.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that I think even just being famous and doing this thing you love. Like I was talking to my kid the other day. I said, people, when he plays soccer and basketball and baseball, he's just trying to get into whatever. Well, I told him, I said, man, this. People spend 10, 15, 20 years trying to get to the top, the NBA, the MLS, MLB. Like they spend 15, 20 years of their lives getting to this point. It didn't start now. So now when you get to that point and you get to the NBA, right, and you have the superstardom that a LeBron or a KD or a Steph, or even just a Beasley who has been on multiple teams, knows he's a talent. And still, you know what I mean? People just have that type of feeling. Dealing with you not having a circle before you get to the NBA can be taxing on an athlete because now you're trying to figure out who's for you and who's not. Who's around me just for the money. You know what I mean? So that is definitely something that you need the foundation before you get to the league, because if you're trying to incorporate it and grow it while you're there, it's going to be much more difficult. It can be done. However, it will be difficult, and that's what we watched Mike Beasley go through. And for those who didn't watch it or don't even understand or know what we're talking about, there was a conversation, an interview with Mike Beasley on the Pivot podcast. It's the guys that they went from I Am Athlete, and they kind of left there, and two of the guys left there.
I think their podcast is way better than I Am Athlete. The Pivot, 100-fold. Pivot is lit. I like Pivot more.
You think it's better though,
bro? Because you can tell who is really trying to talk and try to relate as to who is trying to pander. And Brandon Marshall's a pandering son of a gun.
You think so?
And he
I think a lot of his questions were I think there were some that you kind of obviously leading the guy, but they were good questions. I love the interviews.
Here's more. Okay, so when you look at pivot's more like yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm another black man, or I'm another athlete talking to other athletes, and we really chatting it up, and we talking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, they got that barbershop, that real barbershop feel, because like you got the old heads talking. As to you have B. Marshall, he wants to make sure, like, and you know what? Inclusion, I'm I'm on the wall. I'm on the fence about a lot of stuff, but he tries to make like a pandering to everybody, because he wants everybody to feel good. And then not only that, he's very what you call whitewash with his. He's very ESPN. He's trying to be another ESPN, and you want to be careful. You want to be careful with your questions and everything.
Well,
these guys are careful with their questions. They're not careful with their questions, their answers. They say, "Yo, bro, chop it up with me." Yeah, we got cameras here, but people want to see real folk. That's how I got.
I mean, that's a fact, but it's still he's a nationally televised analyst. He still has to abide by. He still has a job when he leaves there.
So is Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark the same way. But Ryan Clark knows, like, yo, these athletes not going to come in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to come in here and sit down and we're going to ask some cookie cutter questions, or we're going to try to.
I don't know. Maybe I'm watching something different. I didn't feel like Brandon Marshall was asking cookie cutter questions. I watched a couple episodes of The Pivot. I like Ryan Clark. I'm a fan of Ryan, so I enjoy that one. But
thing is, Ryan Clark is very intelligent and he's very precise with the questions that he's asking.
Sure.
Not only that, he's very down to earth. So when he's talking about what it is that, like, you know what I'm saying, oh, I want you to feel this. I want you to, you know what I'm saying, I want you to feel when where we're coming from. Yeah. As to, you know what I'm saying, oh, we B. Marsh is, doing, he's trying to make sure that he's still corporate and all that other stuff.
I mean,
and this is not a corporate setting.
I think it's one of those, but I think so. The whole conversation started on Michael Beasley going on there on The Pivot, having a conversation about who he was as an athlete, the stardom that he had gained, and everything that he had accomplished, and dealing with the negative side of being in the limelight, right? Let's see, get this to Crispy's comment now to make sure. How y'all think Steph and LeBron would do if they brought back slam ball? I think LeBron would be crazy. I don't know about Steph. I mean, his ankles are better. He's
no. I'm not actually playing it. They just bring it back.
Oh, I'm cool with that.
Like, yo, how about my team versus your team, or my division versus your division?
I was cool with it because it was a poster every other play, right? Like, you're trying to figure out either if it was a block or a dunk or a nice three. Like, I enjoyed it. I watched it when it was out, man. But I think what we're talking about with Michael Beasley and what it was just the other side of it. So I don't think it was really eye-opening for me because I watch a whole lot of documentaries and celebrities and the other side of basketball.
It's not that it's eye-opening because of what basketball does, because we all know how basketball operates. It's eye-opening to this specific kid. You know what I'm saying? This guy, he's not a kid no more. He's a grown man. He's my age. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy right here, you know what I'm saying? First off, you play at a high level of sport, you tend to bump into cats like this. That cat didn't give off something like that. When I met him back in 2006, he didn't give that off.
Yeah. Glenn, that's a good question too. Did he get a fair shake in the league? Michael Beasley. What you think?
No, because I don't think he did. Because of how the game developed. Michael Beasley is he's the old school cat, get the rebounds, post up, whatever.
But he's a 3-level scorer though. That the game evolved into three scoring at every level. Big guys scoring at every level. Michael Beasley.
It was clear when he was talking about it in The Pivot. Oh, that's not the game that I wanted to play. I wanted to be the guy. Get the rebound, might go back up for the lay, or get the rebound, pass it to the other guy.
So the question would be: did he get a fair shake, or did he kind of cipher himself out?
I think he ciphered himself out. I mean, he didn't get a fair shake, but I think he ciphered himself out.
Primarily be in his court, though, right? So, like, if the game is evolving and they're saying, "Hey, we want you to continue to develop what you're developing," because he can put the ball in the goal. That is no debating that. But if you don't want to change your game to stay in the league, I mean, is that the NBA's fault or is that Mike Beasley's fault? You see what I'm saying?
That's a good question, man. Hey, man. All right, I want to ask you this question. And this is just a question for your question. When he got drafted, the Heat, he was supposed to be the guy, right?
Yeah, Glenn, that's a great point because Riley is that.
You know what I'm saying? But he was supposed to be the guy, right?
Yeah.
Now
he said the same thing. He got a fair shake. He got numerous chances.
He played on a lot of teams. Hold on, Nick. I need you to follow me here, Nick. He got drafted to be the guy, but what I learned from the interview, he wanted to be like the guy that they don't. He wanted to be a piece. He didn't want to be the build around. Because the build arounds you have are guys like LeBron, guys like KD, guys like even Trae Young's a build around guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's not long. He's not a piece. Because you know what I'm saying. He's a 3-level scorer as well. So that's you know what I mean. So that's what I'm saying. Like when he got drafted, would have been fair for him to just be a piece. That's all I'm asking.
Would it be fair for him to just be a piece? I think if something is, I think if it's not you, that's one thing. But if a team drafts you to be this thing, then I think you would try to accomplish that, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I can't stand Crispy. Anyway.
Oh, you talking about his last comment?
I can't stand him.
With Jackie Moon, right? And not being drafted second overall. So I mean, I think Glenn makes a good point. I think when you're picked up that high, they want you to be a piece, not just a supporting a role player. They want you to be one of their big two or big three, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if he got somebody else in there, he could have been the number 2 guy.
All right.
He still had the talent to be a number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now the question now becomes: did you put the work in? Right, you did all the work to get there. You got drafted second overall, and maybe you having the spotlight just wasn't his personality. Maybe it just wasn't who he wanted to be. Right, like, but you still go out there and put up buckets. You know what I mean? And say, hey, look, I can do this. Let's bring in a player that can do that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it would. So obviously we can't get in the backyard conversations of what Beasley had with the numerous teams that he was on, but dude's a walking bucket. But when you get with teams who are like Glenn said, who are no nonsense with Riley, that was a big part of the beginning of his career. You know what I mean? So I think it is what it is, man. I think the organization, the right organization is going to be a big part. The right management group, right GM, right coach, everything has to align, for things for players to be successful, right? Mm-hmm. LeBron was the type of player that it didn't matter who was coaching him, his IQ was out off the charts.
I mean, high IQ.
I mean? So you give me a competent coach, I can make something happen. Yeah. Put the right team around me. That's why he left Cleveland the first time.
Right.
You know what I mean? They spent 7 years of not putting the pieces around him. He said, all right, I got to make a decision for myself. And he ended up doing that.
Did LeBron gain his LeBron powers before, right after he got drafted, or right after he left Cleveland?
I think the power to do what he did in terms of having the interview, donating all the proceeds to the Boys and Girls Club, being the villain in Miami his first year, I think all those he had to build up to that, right? You had the spotlight coming in when you got drafted in 2003. The king, he's this, cover ESPN or Sports Illustrated, $90 million sneaker deal before you touch the court. Like now you have to show improve. And once he showed improved, we're good. LeBron left Cleveland because it was Cleveland. And that was cool. But this is the thing too, when you talk to that, they were 61-21. They were 60 win plus teams. Like he was doing numbers in the East, but he couldn't get that ultimate goal because we weren't putting the right pieces around him. And that should speak more to who he is as a player. Getting 50, 55, 60 win seasons with teams that ain't that good and can't really do much in the playoffs. It's like, man, what in the world? He was doing a whole lot. But then, it's kind of what he's going through now, but he ain't 23. You know what I mean? Can't doing the same thing. So I think the conversation with Beasley was a good one. I think seeing that, and I think sometimes it's brought on yourself, and sometimes you walk into situations that you weren't prepared for, or situations play out the way you didn't want them to. But I think that to close it out on that conversation, I would just say everything has to work out, and sometimes it doesn't. And when I say that, I mean organization, GM, coach, players around you, teams. I mean, look at James Harden, for example. He had everything given to him in Houston. You came in, you left OKC over $6.5 million. Then you come in, you go to Houston, they pay you all this big money. They bring in a Dwight Howard, a Chris Paul, a Russell Westbrook. They did everything you wanted them to do, and you still didn't win. You see what I mean? Like, it has to work out, but you also have to show and prove. So I think it's a little bit of both, and it goes both ways. You know what I mean?
All right, I want to pick your brain because like we did my topic. I want to know what you got for the Red Table Talk today. Let me see what is on the mind of Miles.
Yeah, I think it's funny because I'm a gigantic LeBron fan, right? Like, love what he's doing on and off the court. Love what he's brought to the game. My question would be, because we talked about, on your topic and what you wanted to bring to the table, we talk about the other side of athletes, especially coming from the Mike Beasley situation. And I'm going to ask this to Nick, Crispy, Glenn, you, and everybody watching. I want you to respond to this. Because I feel like this is just me. It goes both ways. So, all right, man. Chill out.
I can't stand.
That boy funny, man. This is my question, and I want you to think. I believe this. I'm gonna say this statement, and I want you guys to respond to me. You can respond to it. Everybody else respond to it. Okay.
More than welcome, everybody.
Get to playing defense, kids.
Ulysses, I hope you're there.
Look at that. But playing defense, kids. Moral of the story. I think, and I said this was last week when we had the conversation, 2 weeks ago when we had the conversation about who you start a team with. I think arguably by next year, if not sooner, Luka Doncic will be the best player in the NBA. The best. That's just me. I think obviously Bron and what he brings to the court, I still think I'd take Bron over most kids if I can get the right team around him. I think Luka Doncic might be now, if not very soon, the best player in the NBA. That's just me. How you think? How you feel? Tell me. Talk to me.
Well, shout out to Chris because Harden does hate defense.
You hating without a beard. Big facts. Big facts. Keep the beard on. So y'all talk to me. I want your opinion. Nick, Chris, Glenn, everybody. I think Luka.
Luke, is this your hot take or what is this, my friend?
You can call it a hot take. I think I really believe in my heart that I would watch
your heart of hearts.
My heart of hearts. I think Luka is the best, if not top 3 right now in the NBA.
I know you're wild. I know you wilding because your kid's screaming in the back. Listen.
Let's see, Nick. Nick got one.
Yeah, I can't call him the best, man.
I think Giannis is the best because he had the right pieces around him. Right? Like Nick also said, it's up to Luka. He has to lose about 10, 15 pounds. He's definitely slower. That's the European way. I mean, look at Yoke. Yoke's slimmed down too. He looks good.
See,
Giannis is still the best. I don't disagree with you, Nick. I don't disagree with you, but I also think if I'm talking about a player and I put the right pieces around that player, you know what I mean? He's gonna shine. Giannis, shined because he picked up Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton is really their closer. Like the pieces, PJ Tucker, like putting those teams together. Giannis capitalized on his. You know what I mean? But you know.
Glenn says so. KD and Kyrie and B retiring. Like
I don't think they're not the best. Okay, this is what I'm saying. Those guys are top 10 players. But if I'm starting a squad, I'm going with Luka. I'm not going with KD. I think he's an all-time scorer. Kyrie can't stay healthy. Embiid really is just got into the MVP talks. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Fat shaming ain't cool, Nick. That's how I feel about it, man. I mean, like,
all right. So let me get into it. I gotta get it.
I like Luka and I like him a lot, and I would pick him over a whole lot of players. Start my team.
Cold white boy, coldest white boy ever, right? But
hold on now, don't disrespect Larry Bird. Calm down.
Shoot, Pistol Pete better than Larry Bird. That's just my feels.
Get to the top.
That's just my feels. Pistol Pete better than Bird.
Larry Legend was a monster.
Bro, Pistol. No, there wouldn't be no Bird without Pistol. So straight like that. Man. Anyway,
talk about Luka,
bro. I like Luka a lot. I do, and I'm not mad at you for making this comment, but my thing is, and it's going to always be like, yo, you gotta have somebody from America to be the best player. Now, keep in mind.
You will not come on here.
Listen. No, just listen. Because that's how the NBA sets it up.
Nope.
Their best player is the American hero.
Nope.
Who was the American hero? The American hero was Jordan. No, American hero at one point was Wilt Chamberlain. Then it was Dr. J. Then it was Jordan. Now it's LeBron. Who's gonna be your next American hero, bro?
Nick, that's a great question. That's a great question. And that's what Giannis got. Giannis got Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday, a lockdown defender. Like, he got the right pieces. Chris is his number 2. He needs a Pippen. And that was supposed to be Kristaps. But we know how that played out and he got traded. So who will be the Pippen? Because Luka will shine when he gets his Pippen.
I miss you, Porzingis.
He's shining now. He's averaging 28, 9, and 9 right now.
Kristaps, if you hear this, I miss you.
28, 9, and 9, bro.
You can come back home.
You'll be all right.
Come back home.
You'll be all right.
Come back home.
No.
Just come back home. You know. Okay. Let me be all the way honest though. I mean, he can be. He absolutely can be. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I was talking to you earlier. About does the NBA make you want to like what they like? And if they like giants, if they like black men, I guarantee they like giant. Well, they like giant white men at one point, and you know what I'm saying. But they like their Americans, and like they put you in the mindset. They put you in the mindset of like, yo, I need to have an American basketball player to be the greatest player in this league and the greatest player in the world because we need to be on top. That's just the thought process. Now, let's be honest, and let's be totally honest. American basketball ain't rough like European ball.
What?
If you go to European ball,
it's finesse over there.
Very
you don't see Luka, Jokic.
They got a very finesse game.
Man.
But these players play different. Like Kenya. You go to Kenya. You go to Australia, places in Europe, even Asia.
Bruh,
they playing hungry ball.
Who better?
Huh?
Who better?
Give
me the players who are better.
Then Luka.
Chris said pause. There you go. NBA been wanting Luka to shine though. Everyone was picking him for preseason MVP 2 years ago. That's because the talent is there. 28.99 right now, man.
Yeah,
dude is an absolute monster. He's
America
LeBron without the athleticism.
does not want it.
He's a LeBron without the athleticism and shoots better.
But America doesn't want it.
Yeah, this narrative that you're trying to paint here is not a true thing. Luka is gonna be there, if not already.
You're right.
Wait till the playoffs start. We're gonna have the same conversation when the Mavericks start the playoffs, and they're gonna be going crazy. Luka's gonna be going monster. Numbers in the playoffs, absolutely crazy.
But
that same energy.
I'll keep the same energy, but I want him to get to the finals. Get to the Western Conference Finals. Say he gets to the Western Conference Finals. Then I can say, oh yeah, I was wrong. Blah, blah, blah. But if he can't get to the Western Conference Finals,
he can't control the players he get on his teams, man. Like let's be real here.
A great player.
Like Nick said, he needs a Pippen.
If Bron can carry a whole bunch of people, then it's possible.
I think the athleticism that Bron brought to the field, especially his younger days, that's what kept him up there and in the Eastern Conference. And he playing in the Western Conference, bro. These teams ain't playing around. You talk about the Jazz, the Grizzlies, the Suns. You got to go through some teams, bro, to get there. And I think he can do it.
Is it more?
Nick said the same thing.
No, keep in mind.
It's all about matchups, though. He can carry a team.
Is it more so that the West is top heavy than actually, you know what I'm saying, good?
Who's running the play for the Mavs? I think more people should run the play for the Mavs, right? You get to play with Luke. You get to play with Luka. Good head coach, great owner. You don't get a lot of great owners in the NBA. Not like I forget his name. Jeez,
Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban. You don't forget, but you don't get a lot of people like Mark Cuban on the squad, man. I'm just saying. I don't hear guys saying, "Let's go play on maps." That's a fact. But if you want success,
you want success, Dallas, bro. Like Dallas ain't the spot for ball, bro.
Luke ain't leaving Dallas. He's never gonna leave Dallas. That's a given. He said, Christian said LeBron built different. He carried Cleveland's economy when he played for the Cavaliers. That's not that's a legitimate statement too. You know what I mean? Like, I think you know it's gonna happen. Nick says they can beat any team in the West but Phoenix.
No, watch Phoenix.
I think the same thing, but I think matchup wise, they have Phoenix. I think the matchups against Phoenix would be a playoff series,
bro. Phoenix is going to fold somewhere because I have not seen.
They're going to fold somewhere.
They're going to fold. They just locked the best. I have not seen an Arizona team outside of baseball win a doggone championship. Outside of arena football, win a championship.
They were just there.
Win a championship. And they might go back. Well, I want them to win it all, bro. They was up 2. They're up 2. All of a sudden, you lose 4 in a row.
Giannis a problem, man. You got to know that.
That man put on his black Air Forces and said, "Let me handle this."
Facts. Got to do it. Got to do it.
All right. I got one more question for you.
We're gonna make it quick. Let's get it.
All right. I am a young talent, and you don't know if I'm good or not. You just saw me on the internet. You saw me do an amazing dunk. You saw me shoot a crazy 3. A couple buzzer beaters. Like I got a cameraman following me, so his edit game good, so it makes it look like I'm like this dope behind baller. And the NBA you're the NBA, you come knocking. Yeah. My measurables and all that other stuff don't live up to what you saw on tape. Do I still get that chance to come to the NBA?
Not for me.
So this leads me to ask the second question. Is social media doing a good service to this new generation of ball players, or is doing a disservice? Because there's a lot of hype beasts, and there's a lot. I'm talking about a lot of hype beasts.
I think it does. I think it does. I think it's a service. I don't think it's a disservice. I think it gets the eyes that you need to succeed. The question is,
That's why I said
are you really
I
about
gave
your
you,
business?
but I
You know what I mean?
gave
Like,
you.
if I get it and I don't live up to it, and all my videos say that I am that guy, and then when I go get the
Well, I
workout
gave that
and
to
do
you. That's
whatever,
what I'm saying.
you know
And
what
you
I mean?
said you
I'm
still
not there.
said no. If I
Yeah.
didn't, if the
You
measurables
gotta live
were
up
there.
to it. Your video is only one piece of the puzzle. Now I gotta see it for real. Come show me, bro. You know what I mean? And those guys, you guys put all those videos up, you got to bring it. You know what I mean?
And okay, Nicholas, it's I'm not trying to be an old man about it. I'm not trying to be an old man about it, Nick. It's just the fact that, like, when you think about who's that one kid? There's a kid out there right now. Julian it was Julian Newman.
I know what you're talking about.
Julian Newman, Mr.
Mr.
Ball handles himself.
What?
You know,
man, watch out, man. Not a fan.
Not a fan of this guy. But yet, you know what I'm saying? Because he made varsity his
Mikey won it.
Huh?
I should talk in the next comment. I want to see what happens with Mikey the next couple of years.
Yeah,
Mikey won it.
Mikey won it.
That's
Mikey won it. Mikey's one of those kids that won it. That's what I'm saying. And now you got but we're not sure about Bronny. We're not sure about what's the kid name from Port Arthur, Texas.
That is the risk you can run, Glenn. Hearing from player interviews that they aren't out there doing runs, just simply posting these quick videos on YouTube. And I get it. But when it comes, when the stuff hit the fan, you got to show up.
But that's the thing. Cause that's what they're trying to say. Zion is a hype beast now. But but Zion's in the gym right now. He's doing 360 windmill dunks, and he's doing between the leg dunks.
I need you to play, bro.
You know what I mean?
I need to see consistency in the game. I don't care about the dunks.
That's true. But like,
I don't care about the video.
Is he? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he's a hype beast, because you know how I feel about him. But what I'm saying is we're in that age where we might get a couple hype beasts in the league, and all of a sudden we like, yo, what happened to the basketball that we used to like? What happened to the dogs? These guys ain't playing well.
Yeah, you ain't lie. I think social media is a good tool, but you got to show up. It's only one part of the puzzle.
You know,
when you get the call, you got to make it happen.
And I promise you, I'm done after this statement. You know, RDC World did a skit.
It's a big fact, man. Monty Bates come on the bench. Dude was all the hype. Go ahead.
Yes. But yeah, RDC World, shout out to them, man. You know, continue to dream, guys. Hopefully y'all come, link up with Full 94. They did a skit, and the skit was, players that you get before they go play with LeBron James. And these scouts are not sure of what they see.
Yeah.
Because they, you see these kids that, because like again, kids are faster, stronger, and all that other stuff. So it's easy to hide some of the flaws. So when he gets to play with LeBron James, he's a whole different person, because he's missing shots. He's missing free throws. He's not dribbling the ball correctly. He's not
confident.
You know what I'm saying? Is it the confidence?
I think it's confidence and consistency. Brandon Ingram, Lonzo, Kyle Kuzma, all these players who just couldn't deal with the hype. They wanted the lack of, they wanted less pressure. You know what I mean? BI killing it over in New Orleans. Kuz killing over in Washington.
Yeah.
After you get with them, you know what I mean? So y'all make sure y'all come back next week, man. I want to have this conversation, and we'll go into it. We'll pose the question now, and I want you guys to come back next week talking about what that really looks like, right? The state of social media and the athlete and the players coming in and doing what they want to do right now at this point. I like it. I think it can be done, and we're gonna see how it plays out, man. Zion is kind of in that bubble right now. That's where he started. Yeah. He showed improve and then got injured, and now he's trying to come back. So we'll see how it happens, man. You know what I mean? Again, I'm Miles Austin. That's Connie. How you feel?
Kanye West side, the best side. You know I feel good, man. You know what I'm saying?
You already know, man. As always, the Full 94 here on MTMV Sports. Make sure y'all come back. We cannot do this thing without you. We appreciate y'all. Let's get it done. We will see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.
I want to end with that.
Shoot.
Hey, I got the power. I got the power. I got the power with me.